Today, we are doing Leviticus chapter 4, the sin offering. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, when anyone sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any of the Lord's commands." That's better. The anointed priest sins, bringing guilt on the people. He must bring to the Lord a young bull without defect as a sin offering for the sin he has committed. He is to present the bull at the entrance of the tent of meeting before the Lord. He is to lay his hand on the head and slaughter it before the Lord. Then the anointed priest shall take some of the bull's blood and carry it into the tent of meeting. He is to dip his finger into the blood and sprinkle some of it 7 times before the Lord, in front of the curtain of the sanctuary. The priest shall then put some of the blood of on the horns of the altar for fragrant incense, that is before the Lord in the tent of meeting. The rest of the bull's blood he shall pour onto the base of the altar of burnt offering at the entrance of the tent of meeting. You shall remove all the fat from the bull as a sin offering. All the fat is collected in the internal organs, both kidneys with the fat on them near the loins, and along the lobe of the liver, which you will remove with the kidneys, just as the fat is removed from the ox sacrificed as a fellowship offering. Then the priest shall burn them on the altar of burnt offering, but the hide of the bull and all of its flesh, as well as its head and legs, the internal organs and the rest of the bull, he must take outside the camp to a place ceremonially clean, where the ashes are thrown, and burn it at the wood fire on the ash heap. If the whole Israelite community sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden to the Lord's commands, even though the community is unaware of that matter, when they realize their guilt and the sin they committed becomes known, the assembly must bring a young bull as a sin offering to present it before the tent of meeting. The elders of the community are to lay their hands on the bull's head before the Lord, and the bull shall be slaughtered before the Lord. Then the anointed priest is to take some of the bull's blood into the tent of meeting. He shall dip his finger into the blood and sprinkle it before the Lord 7 times in front of the curtain. He is to put some of the blood on the horns of the altar, so that is before the Lord in the tent of meeting. And the rest of the blood he shall pour out at the base of the altar burnt offering at the entrance of the tent of meeting. You shall remove all the fat from it and burn it on the altar, and do with this bull just as ye did with the bull of the sin offering. In this way, the priest will make atonement for the community, and they will be forgiven. Then he shall take the bull outside the camp and burn it as he burnt the first bull. This is the sin offering for the community. When the leader sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden in any of the commands of the Lord, his God, when he is to realize his guilt and the sin has become known, he must bring an offering, a male goat without defect. He is to lay his hand on the goat's head and slaughter it at the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered before the Lord as a sin offering. Then the priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering, and pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. He shall burn all the fat on the altar as he burned all the fat of the fellowship offering. In this way, the priest will make atonement for the leader's sin, and he will be forgiven. Letting a member of the community sins unintentionally and does what is forbidden and realize their guilt of the Lord's commands. When they realize their guilt and the sin they have committed becomes known, they must bring as their offering for the sin they committed a female goat without defect. They are to lay their hand on the head of the sin offering and slaughter it at the place of the burnt offering. Then the priest is to take some of the blood with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering and pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. They shall remove all the fat, just as the fat is removed from the fellowship offering, and the priest shall burn it on the altar as an aroma pleasing to the Lord. This is the way the priest will make atonement for them, and they will be forgiven. If anyone brings a lamb as their sin offering, they are to bring a female goat without defect. They are to lay their hand on its head and slaughter it for the sin offering at the place where the burnt offering is slaughtered. Then the priest shall take some of the blood of the sin offering with his finger and put it on the horns of the altar of burnt offering and pour out the rest of the blood at the base of the altar. They shall remove all of the fat, just as they removed the lamb, moved from the lamb of the fellowship offering. And the priest shall burn it on the altar on top of the food offerings presented to the Lord. In this way, the priests will make atonement for them and for the sin they have committed, and they will be forgiven. Alright, if you like that, cool. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.